Shalom friends, welcome to Daf Reactions, Bava Kamma 92. Have you ever wanted to learn some popular aphorisms from ancient Babylonia? If the answer is yeah, this is the Daf for you. It could really come in clutch if you ever time travel and need to communicate in Aramaic with a local community. Today, Rava and Rabba Bar Mari are doing one of the sage's favorite activities. Elaborate retconning. In this case, matching an aphorism with a biblical proof text. So for example, Rava said to Rabba Bar Mari, "Where do we get the saying, 'The cabbage is damaged together with the thorn'?" Rabba Bar Mari gives a source from Yirmiyahu, Jeremiah. "Why will you contend with me? You all have transgressed against me, says the Lord." The term "you all" includes even those who haven't done anything wrong, like an innocent cabbage caught up in a sting operation against a gang of thorns who know exactly what they did. Rava says, okay, you're quoting prophets, that's cool, but I can one-up that, I've got a proof from the Torah. And he talks about how in the desert, after some absolute fools collect manna on Shabbat, no, God said to Moses, "How long do you refuse to keep my commandments and my laws?" And that's in the plural, including Moses, who was indeed just an innocent cabbage, trying his best. Rava said to Rabba Bar Mari, "Where do we get the saying, 'If you know you have a flaw, say it first and lampshade it before other people say it about you'?" Rabba Bar Mari gives a source from Genesis, where Eliezer identifies himself as a servant of Abraham. Now, obviously, you can't get a more legit source than the Torah. Far be it from me to say so. But I would suggest that they could also use a proof text provided by Tyrion Lannister, who famously said, "Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you." Now, rather unsurprisingly, we're going to go on a tangent because the sages love tangents so much. Rabbi Yochanan tells us that the Israelites, wandering in the desert over 40 years after escaping Egypt, were schlepping with them the bones of Judah. And his bones were just rolling around in the coffin. There were no bungee cords, 0 packing peanuts. The coffin wasn't even labeled fragile this way up. So Moses prayed to God about it. And then the bones of Judah go into IKEA mode and start assembling themselves. Avengers assemble. He's a transformer. His skeleton is now rebuilt. Tiny problem though. The angels are no-shows for their scheduled pickup to take Judah from the earth to the heavenly Beit Midrash study hall in the sky. So Moses was like, okay, he's good to go. He's set. And finally, Judah was airdropped to heaven. But he had no idea what the sages were saying in the heavenly study hall. Sages implies the sages who wouldn't be born for, thousands of years, but go with it, just go with it. Judah couldn't talk Torah with them. And Moses prayed again. May his hands fight on his behalf. AKA, let him be able to hold his own in a discussion, in a debate. But Judah was still lost like it was his first day of Daf Yomi. Remember what that was like. But I think I have some theories as to why Judah was struggling so much in understanding what the sages were saying. Firstly, because we hear how his skeleton was reassembled, but it doesn't say he got his brain back. And you do kind of need that for studying anything, I've heard. And secondly, I'm sure it was confusing because everyone was speaking Aramaic and using aphorisms that no one had explained to him. He probably had to await the eventual arrival of Rava and Rabba Bar Mari so they could come and break it down for him. And then I'm sure, at that point, he could get it through his skull.